Hi everybody, it's Deborah from PeopleLovingAnimals.com. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching my video today. Today's video is called How to Find a Good Dog Sitter, Helping Your Dog Cope While You're Away. Your being away can be very stressful for your dog, and in today's video we're going to talk about how to find a good pet sitter instead of putting your dog in a boarding kennel while you're away. We're going to talk about some other resources for you for finding a professional dog sitter in your area and other ideas besides a professional dog sitter that you can use. And I'm also going to give you some resources for helping your dog with the anxiety that goes along with your being away. So I hope that the video is helpful. If it is, I would appreciate it if you would please give it a like. And let's go ahead and get into today's video. We are going to use this article on my website, PeopleLovingAnimals.com, called How to Find a Good Dog Sitter to guide us through today's video. I'm going to give you a link to this article in the description box, and I'm also going to give you a link to anything we talk about during the video. Everything that you need will be in the description box. Now, one of the things that is most upsetting for me and has been over the years when I go away is that I can't explain to my dog that I'm going away, that I'm going to be gone for a certain amount of time, and convince them that I'm going to be back. It's just very heartbreaking to me that I can't explain to my dog what is going on. But arranging for a dog sitter is a very kind alternative to a boarding situation if you're going to be away. We're going to talk about this a little in detail in today's video. First, what is dog sitting? Dog sitting is a kind alternative to putting your dog in a boarding kennel. Some dog sitters will let your dog stay at their house. Some dog sitters will come and stay at your home while you're away. Most professional dog sitting services, that's what they do. They come to your house and stay with your dog while you're away. Most veterinarians agree that dogs are happiest when they're at home, though staying at a dog sitter's house is generally better than a boarding kennel if that's what you have to do. So that's kind of the differences in the services that you can get. Now, dog sitting services. Using a professional dog sitting service is a great place to start to find a dog sitter that you can trust. These companies screen their employees carefully to make sure that your dog is getting the best care possible. If you decide to use professional dog sitting services like this, you can scan through the profiles of all of the dog sitters available in your area. You can look at their pictures, you can read their profiles, and you get to pick a dog sitter that you like or that resonates with you or that you think would be a good match for your dog. The sites usually offer a variety of services from boarding to in-home pet sitting to daily dog walking. I do recommend a website called housecares.com. I'm going to give you a link to them in the description box where you can put in your zip code, and they'll give you the information about professional dog sitters available in your area. Now, if you're not comfortable having a stranger in your home to care for your dog, you might want to reach out to friends and family to see if anyone would be available and willing to care for your dog while you're away. Having a family member or friend who your dog is familiar with will make it less stressful on your dog, and it'll also give you a little better peace of mind knowing that someone you know is in your home and someone your dog knows is the one coming into the house to take care of him. Now, another good idea is you might consider your neighbors. If you have a neighbor who has a dog or a cat, it might be a mutually beneficial relationship for you to, for them to babysit your animals when you're away, and then you can babysit their animals when they're away. I have had that scenario play out successfully several times in my life, and it ends up being a really good thing because you know you can count on the person, you know the person, you can trust the person, and you know, it's like I said, it's mutually beneficial. And it does give you a lot of peace of mind when you have that sort of situation in place. You can also ask your veterinarian for a recommendation. Your vet might know of local dog sitters who can care for your dog while you're away. And your vet's office might offer boarding services as well. And this is something you should consider. If you have an elderly dog, a dog who requires regular medication, if you have a dog with health conditions, it might be wise for you to go ahead and board board your dog at the vet's office, because they're going to be surrounded by veterinary staff, and it's going to be able to meet their needs and make sure that they're safe and that their health issues are being met while you're away. And again, if you have an elderly dog or a sick dog, it's going to give you a lot of peace of mind knowing that they're being boarded at the vet's office. Also, you should go over all of the details with your potential dog sitter. Things that you should discuss and things that you should consider are, number one, is their personality compatible with your dog? Number two, do they have experience caring for dogs? Do they own a dog? Number three, do they have a dog training philosophy? Basically just, are you in agreement with how your dog should be treated and how they should handle your dog? You want their training, their handling of your dog to be kind, obviously. Number four, go over everything that is expected, like how many times a day your dog should be walked or let outside, how often your dog eats and when, how much time they'll actually be spending with your dog. And number five is agree on what should be done and who should be contacted if there is an emergency. Put the numbers on the fridge like you would for the babysitter. You might even want to write out a little 3x5 card or just a little sheet of paper with some notes about when the dog goes out, how much the dog eats, things like that. Because your pet sitter, especially if it's a neighbor or a friend or a family member, they might be a little nervous about babysitting your dog. So if you could write some things out for them, it probably would be very helpful for them as well. Also, if you would like some help with your dog's anxiety while you're away, especially if you have a particularly nervous or anxious dog, you might consider a training program called the Dog Calming Code. It is created by professional dog trainer and behavioral specialist Doggy Dan, and it is an inexpensive, super easy, step-by-step training program to help your dog relax, not only when you're away from home, but in general. Okay, so it's just a very good foundation of dog training to help your dog to relax in any situation. So I'm going to give you the link for that. You can go ahead and check that out if you would like to. Now, when you're away, consistency is key. Keeping your dog on a normal schedule is the best way to help your dog cope while you're away. You and your dog sitter should be sure that your dog is fed and walked and taken outside is close to their normal routine as is possible. This will really help to reduce your dog's anxiety if you're away. Now, if you would like a little more in-depth information about this, I'm going to give you a link to a dog post by professional dog trainer Doggy Dan. It's called How to Find a Quality Dog Sitter / Walker Your Pup Will Love. I'll give you the link. You can go ahead and get some more information from Doggy Dan on his recommendations regarding dog sitters. If you would like to consider whether you should take your dog on your vacation with you, it is a big deal. There are things that you should know and consider before you decide to take your dog with you. I'm going to give you a video, tips for traveling with your dog, things you should consider before you go. I'll go ahead and link that for you if you are considering whether or not you should take your dog with you. A couple more things before we go. I donate to animal charities. I do peoplelovinganimals.com as my job, and I donate 10% of all of the commissions that I earn on my website and on this YouTube channel to animal charities. And if you go to the homepage of my website, peoplelovinganimals.com, you will see a list of the animal charities that I donate to. Again, thank you so much for watching. I am going to give you a link to all of the things that we talked about in the description box. And I'm also going to give you a link to go ahead and sign up for my Dog Lovers email list if you would like to. If you're signed up to that about once a week or so, you will get an email from peoplelovinganimals.com, and it'll be either an article or a blog post or a video all about dogs. And I think that you'll find that useful. If at any time you don't, you can always unsubscribe. Speaking of subscribing, if you're not already subscribed to this channel, please consider doing so. And please go ahead and share this channel with your friends and family members who have a dog or a cat. I do several videos a month all about the care and health and training of dogs and cats, and they may appreciate having the information as well. So again, thanks so much for watching. I hope I've helped. Please give the video a like, please subscribe, and please drop a comment. I would like to know what you thought of today's video. Again, thanks so much for spending the time with me. I really appreciate it. My name is Deborah, and my website is peoplelovinganimals.com. Thanks again. Bye-bye.